It's always early before the recording starts. Right, morning, everybody. No, it's afternoon still.
Afternoon.
I will get that right one of these days. And Alex, Anna, Hannah, Jamie, Jane, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Myri, Mary, Michelle, Robert's note taker. I don't think Robert's here, but his note taker's here. Sent his off to AI. So
Do you think that's the way to do it these days, is to
I
send
think so.
an AI note taker on your behalf?
I mean, let's face it, you save a lot of time if you just sent sort of a note taker along and say, give me a summary of what they chatted about for half an hour. It's
So, I mean, if Robert's note taker AI comes up in the number generator later, how does that going to work? Robert's going to be disappointed because his note taker is going to inform him that he could have won a prize, but he wouldn't have been there.
well, we've had two sort of no shows so far, haven't we? Where their name's been pulled, but they've wandered off to make a coffee or something. So yeah, Jerry Anderson, welcome back. Uh, it's morning,
I
everybody.
will say one thing about Otter AI is they did have some very cute otters on their stands. They were next door to us at the Ahead conference, but they were hard to get hold of, weren't
Wouldn't
they,
let one.
Jonathan?
No, wouldn't let us have one. No.
I
Did
did
they not?
did feel sorry for the guy in question though, because he was on his own and he did have a very big stand that took a lot of work for one person to put up.
Hold on a second. Yes, good afternoon, Alex Ritchie. Hope you're doing all right. Hannah Gibson, good afternoon. Jerry loves his AI note taker, but some meetings you do need to be in person. Yes, this is true. And yeah, I don't think you get the full effect of our thrilling lunchtime sessions if you're watching the rerun. But that's not to say anybody who's watching on the rerun isn't going to enjoy this session.
I'll be there on the rerun this afternoon.
You are responsible. Yep. So there we go. Good afternoon, Rosie. Delighted to welcome Jonathan to today's lunchtime session. Hey, Jonathan.
Hi there. You all right?
Very good. Very good. Feeling all Christmassy and ready?
I put my Christmas jumper on.
You did.
It's quite warm outside and doesn't feel very Christmassy. It's just raining a lot and it's like 10 degrees. But yeah, we're getting there.
Good,
We're ready.
Well, you've still got Matilda's 3, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, Matilda's 3, starting school next year. So yeah.
Does she get the excitement of Christmas now, or is she?
Yeah, big time. Yeah, we went to see Santa last week and I got two older brothers. I says, you're going to have to kind of hold her hand. She might get nervous. Well, she wouldn't leave.
No.
Telling Santa he was not fitting down that chimney as much as he said he was going to. Full-blown argument with him. They were trying to kind of usher our time was well and truly up, but she wasn't leaving until she got an answer she was happy about. So yeah,
No.
made him earn his money. So yeah, it's a magic key apparently that helps. So yeah,
Magic key, right? Okay.
yeah, that makes him fit down any chimney. So yeah, no, she's fully on board this year. Yeah.
Awesome. We watched the Santa Claus yesterday, and I'll be honest, I did sleep through a good portion of it, but I did wake up to a complete rundown from Oscar about all the sort of plot holes and implausibilities in that with regards to coming down chimneys and sort of doors and fireplaces and all that sort of thing. So,
I mean,
yeah,
it is a psychological nightmare, I would have thought, this day and age and stuff, in terms of, but basically, this man is going to come into your house unannounced,
Mm,
and that's perfectly acceptable.
it's fine. There's all manner of terrible jokes in there that we're not going to tell. But Mary Wilcox has just pointed out very timely that yes, happy birthday to Jonathan for last week. So
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, so it's your celebratory sort of Christmas week, sorry, birthday weekend.
It was, yeah. So just out with family, a few nice meals.
It'd be a nightmare for your family though, having to buy Christmas presents and birthday presents so close to each other for you.
I think I'm just further enough away that I don't
Yeah.
get the joint. I don't fall into that joint present trap. I think another week you you get
Thanks.
the same present, aren't you?
Yeah. See, whereas Matt's that little bit closer because Matt's is the 20th, if memory serves.
21st.
Oh, so close.
So, yeah, I fall into the trap of growing up of having present. You can either have your big present for your birthday or for Christmas.
Yeah.
And if you had it for your birthday, and I tell this story every year to people when they say about it, I go, one year I had a bike. And those are the days where you have to order your bike to get it in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
but it turned up at the start of December. I got to be honest, that birthday and Christmas was a little bit disappointing that year.
That is harsh. That is harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, mine's November, so I always had that sort of choice of do you want them together if you want to combine it for a bigger present, or do you want separate? Which, yeah, was always not a bad way of doing it. I'm just going to go back to the chat just quickly. Oh, there you. If anybody can help me with the pronunciation, so Magiawati. I hope I've got reasonably close to that. Hello. I don't think we've had you on the 12ATs before, so it's lovely to have you. Anna Fleming. It was her birthday last week, so yeah, I bet Jonathan's older than you are though. And Corrine Forrester, her sister's birthday is on Christmas Day. Ah, that's yeah, somebody has to. I know this, but yeah, I can only imagine that's a challenging one. God, which do you do first? Do you do the birthday presents first or the Christmas presents first, or do they always have to be separate? I need to know.
This is the fact that obviously Christmas Day, very expensive Prezi and Xmas Prezi. Well, but would you not be able to combine the two and maybe spend a bit less, but on something else? Go, oh, look what I bought you. One big present.
Yeah.
Also, you might get birthday cake instead of Christmas pudding on Christmas Day, which I think I'd rather have.
So I just don't have to have Christmas cake for a birthday cake. That'd be okay with me.
Oh God, yeah, that'd be worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My birthday's in June. Nearly then as well.
Mm.
So I'm the opposite way. Sorry, someone else saying Mary would like her birthday to be on the 25th of June. So it's
Yeah.
exactly halfway.
Yeah. Always a dangerous one. Before we get obsessed by birthdays, we're just going to go, Jonathan. So you've got two older boys as well, haven't you? So obviously, sort of Matilda, well into the swing of Christmas. Are your boys skeptical yet, or are they still?
The eldest came up to us last week, well, me personally, and asked the big question.
Oh.
So I had to let him know. Yeah, that was a tough conversation. We had a chat about how it's still magical and everything else still happens, and he was absolutely fine with it. But yeah, I think we knew it was coming, but we just thought we could squeeze one more Christmas out of him. But yeah, it was yeah, he just straight up asked me. He said he was shocked, heartbroken, the lot. It was awful.
Oh.
But he was fine, and he still loves it. And then he said he's still going to bleed for one last year. So,
yeah, that's fair enough. You can't argue with that.
No, he was very kind of mature about it actually. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I need to have a word with one of his friends' parents. Actually, it's their fault. So when I see them at the school gates, I'll let them
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite right too. I think a stern talking to is required there because they're still in primary, aren't they? So
Yeah.
Oh, I think while you're in primary, you should yeah, you have to keep that to yourselves. But I think as long as the list is still there and the presents still arrive, then yeah, they'll still be happy.
He's taken it on himself to kind of really push it on the other two as well. That
Yeah,
it's magical and all of that, and he's been leaving little notes and stuff. So
oh,
he's getting involved in a different way. So that's all good. Yeah.
love it. Fab. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, what are your plans for Christmas? Are you all home at your place, family visiting, or off out?
Yeah, we have everyone to ours. It's about 5 days of madness. Yeah, big meals, all the family around. I try and do a bit of the like a chicken or a pork or even a turkey on the barbecue.
Oh,
Kind of where I help out.
nice.
We've learned over the years to kind of cook a lot of it on Christmas Eve as well, and then because you're just in the kitchen all day otherwise, aren't you? So yeah.
See, I don't mind that. I've got to be honest with you, mate. I'm quite happy.
Okay.
The family stay in the lounge of the conservatory, and I'm happy to hide in the kitchen.
I'll rephrase that. Kirsty's in the kitchen all day.
Ah.
I'm stuck with everyone else.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, I think I'd rather be in the kitchen. Yeah. So yeah, so that works out well. So yeah, have everyone over, and then we've booked Centre Parks for just after Christmas, 29th or something like that. We go. But we've kept that as a secret. So yeah, that's gonna be a nice surprise.
Always a winner, I have to say. I've got to say, it's just the which one is it? The yeah. Just the lighting and everything is just fantastic, isn't it? It's yeah, that's beautiful. No, just in terms of the barbecuing. So I went to Oscar's Scouts Christmas dinner yesterday, where they did Christmas dinner for must have been best part of 50 people, I reckon. And it was all cooked on open fires. So they literally outside the scout hut had a massive row of open fires, everything tinfoil wrapped, cooked everything, and I don't know how many chickens they cooked on there, but fair play, they all came out beautifully. I went back for seconds, and yeah, no ill effects today. So yeah,
Best way.
So it's been a busy year for Pro AT Group. Quite a lot of sort of well, sort of growth globally, haven't you? Really, sort of different things going on both southern and northern hemisphere.
Yeah, so we've got kind of opened up in Canada.
Mm.
We've been in the USA for a few years now, but yeah, Canada. But I think the big one's kind of New Zealand, Australia, which is kind of exciting.
Mm.
We haven't managed to plan a visit yet, though, have we? But that's quite nice. Yeah, so I think we're kind of growing internationally a little bit now, and that's really pleased to see that. And the products are getting recognised worldwide. We're trying to kind of working hard with translators, and yeah, that's been kind of put in the correct way. So yeah, it's been great.
No, absolutely. I think. Well, I mean, I'm just going to say, sort of, obviously the events in Australia over the weekend. My nephew's over there at the moment, but I thought obviously go out to all the family and friends of the victims of the shooting on the weekend, and uh, well, the brave efforts of some individuals as well, which was just incredible to see. So, but yeah, we'll sort of just in terms of any other sort of visit to Australia, I've got to say I would need therapy before we go because I'm terrified of spiders. So, if that trip ever comes up, I'm sending Matt and Sam. They can go and do that one.
But spiders fine, snakes no, thank you very much.
Mind the snakes. Snakes are fine.
No,
Yeah.
no, get snakes over here, and yeah, we had one this summer, so I got a big stick, a really long big stick, and
Just sort of ease them out.
yeah, gently shooed him away.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Amazing multicolored wild birds. Yeah, there is that, Rosie. I must be honest, but not sure it would be enough to tempt me past the spiders. But Sam, any issues with the creepy crawlies or
Yeah, I don't really like either of them.
Oh, okay.
I do. My bathroom does shower spider visitors every now and then, and I don't mind them as long as they stay out of the shower cubicle area. I will happily let them chill in the corner for a couple of days if they're passing through because they do get rid of the pests and whatnot. But you've got to draw a line sometimes. If you're wanting to hang out in the shower, then you might get sent down the plug hole.
Yeah, no, deeply unpleasant creatures. But there you go. Sorry, I mean, they're all finding their place. Just in terms of sort of the Pro A2 group, I mean, we've obviously sort of been championing the benefits of pro study for several years now, and that's had an incredible sort of impact on people's sort of research and referencing and that side of things. Learnable being sort of the newest sort of solution to the stable, but the growth in the last sort of 18 months, 2 years has been astonishing, as you say, sort of that sort of global reach, and it's not just from what we've seen, the sort of the global reach and the application for that sort of revision tool, but across the age spectrum as well.
What was the question in there? Sorry, Anthony.
Well, just sort of how that's revision is something that I think is applicable sort of across all sort of stages of education, and although higher education is obviously the primary focus, that's sort of the where your sort of base knowledge exists, really, isn't it? Your expertise. So
Yeah,
how's it going with schools?
Yeah, so our area has always been higher education. Pro-study kind of can go a little bit lower, but Learnable, the plan has always been to start in higher education and then kind of work our way down. So we've now got within Learnable, which is exams resources that are pre-built in for GCSE level. So students can jump onto those and then add to them if they need to, or use them just as an example, or completely use them because they are based on the curriculum. So obviously GCSE is 15, 16 plus. And then we want to kind of go a bit further down, and the end goal would be primary. Really, we're working on some new study methods for primary age pupils,
Wow.
which would be, it's not finished. I don't want to say too much, but there's dragons involved and castles, and it's a bit more gamified. So
Yeah.
the learning can go along that way as well. So yeah, I think there's kind of going to be 2026. You're going to see a lot more come out.
Yeah, it's amazing how it does sort of span, and I think we often forget the sort of the ages with which we're sort of still learning and still taking in information or sitting exams. And obviously, sort of you're sort of taking it sort of towards that younger age group, but we've equally seen that adoption across that sort of parallel line with things like apprenticeships, where you know that's gone down incredibly well. But equally, sort of further sort of I suppose for the older sort of cohorts, for people who are taking professional exams, that learning and revision aspect. I think especially the older we get, the less we're sort of used to doing revision. We forget all those skills. So
Yeah, I don't, and there doesn't have to be an exam at the end of it. You can just be learning to learn, and
of course,
I think that's one thing to remember because not everyone, there's lots of different ways to assess someone's knowledge, and exams kind of aren't always the way forward. So, but you still got to learn the material. So that's what we're kind of really trying to focus around is studying as a whole. But there may be an exam at the end, there may be a bit of coursework at the end, whatever it may be.
Yeah,
you can use Lernabl.
it's a fair point. Yeah, I suppose that's one thing. I suppose I definitely get in the habit of. I sort of think of revision for exams, but of course, you are learning all the time, whether you've got an exam or not. You're still expected to take in, that knowledge and information, aren't you? Yeah, fair point. Yeah, interesting one. So, in terms of, there's one question that comes up, I think, with regards to a lot of assistive technology, and it's certainly in the last couple of years, and we touched on it a couple of times during the 1280s, is the use of AI. And, I know obviously sort of Learnable is a smart solution. How does sort of AI come into the picture?
Yeah, AI is a tricky one to navigate. I think done ethically, and AI can't just write a piece of coursework for you if it's not been prompted to do so. So it's important that people pick carefully when choosing what AI models to use. So there's a little bit of AI built into ours. So we've got the key term generator. I think that was at a couple of months ago. We sent out a post. I think we were at 50,000 key terms have been auto-generated, which is a great way to get started. And then you can add your own. The mock exams, uses AI to build the mock exam. We've had 2,000 mock exams taken in the last few months. So, it's getting used a lot. And we kind of want to improve on that. So maybe we could use AI to build a mock exam based on a paper or something around that.
Yeah.
So yeah, AI is a really useful tool used in the right way. And it's going so fast. I don't know. I think someone said we're stage 2 and it's going to be all the way to stage 5. So I'm not sure what that looks like, but happy to be on the journey with it and kind of learn with it and stay on top of it really. So yeah, we've not put too much in, but we've used it where it will come in handy, and we're really pleased. And people are using it, and I think that's every software developer kind of wants their software to be used at the end of the day, and so it's really pleasing when we see those figures that it is getting well used, and it's therefore helping students, which is the whole aim of it really.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think it's sort of straddling that line between sort of AI that does it for you and AI that helps you do it. And I think obviously the output of Learnable is that the student learns. So if the AI is helping you to learn, it's not doing the work for you. It's not not at the point yet where we can sort of write this straight to your brain. It's that'll be another question when we come to brain computer interfaces maybe next year. But yeah, in the meantime, I think obviously anything that can help that learning process and to help you learn in the way that you learn has got to be both ethical and valuable.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it should be attached to features that help people learn in their own way, and that's the way to go with it.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that's probably an excellent point to segue into Sam, who's going to give us a little bit of a sort of a seasonal sort of quick show of Learnable, if that's all right.
Yes, no problem at all. That sounds very good. Like you said, probably good timing. So I will share my screen. Hopefully everybody can see everything. And here we go. We're straight into Learnable already. Um, yeah. So one thing we perhaps haven't mentioned is Learnable is a web app-based solution. So you just log in, and your assistive technology is going to be where you are, which from a higher education point of view is great because everybody works quite flexibly. But also just means you don't need a big fancy device. You can do it on a Chromebook. You can do it on your Mac. You can do it on your PC. Um, as we were talking before about kind of the way that it's been stretching in the areas of education where we've gone to. The thing I really like about Learnable is when you add an exam in, it's kept quite blank, so you can put your content in. So is it your educational level? It's on your subject matter. Which is why it's getting so popular from university all the way in, down to GCSE and looking to go lower than that in the future as well, which is great. So in Learnable, when you add an exam, you kind of feed it what you've been learning in the form of topic cards. So we've mentioned, key terms and definitions, which can be auto-generated, which we'll do, and even there's a very short summary there. But you've also got the ability to add images in as well. Apologies, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so I've got kind of a sore throat going on. So hopefully everybody can understand what I'm saying. I said I'm going to keep it kind of Christmassy, so let's pretend we're doing food technology as our exam. And our location, well, that might just be on the kitchen table. But again, when you tell Learnable, you can tell exactly when your exam is, the dates that they're going to be, the time it's going to be. That's always a good question. What time does everybody have their Christmas dinner? We're already late in our house. We have it at like 4. That might be because we sneak a journey down to the pub at midday. And again, we put the length in. But as I said, topic could be Christmas dinner. I'm going to put that in here, and we'll be able to see if the AI can generate some terminology related to that. So I'll ask it for 5 key terms and definitions. We'll put them related to food technology and Christmas dinner. It might be the items. There we go. Turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, Brussels sprouts, mince pie. There we go. This I'm using it in a funny way, but today, but it's great for topic-based ones, which I'll show you once the exam when the other exams are. But as Jonathan said, it isn't just. It could be just a good way to learn more about the topic, whether you have exam or not. But you've got the ability to do both ways. The topic cards yourselves are very good for you to reflect on what you learned that week. You fill it in from where you've taken your notes from, even if you've used other pieces of assisted technology. You can dictate with Dragon in here, for instance. We can add in our notes ourselves, maybe be more concise or expand if we perhaps didn't have a great session that week. That's the beauty of the topic cards. So we can even add images in here if we want to as well. I think I've got a picture of a Christmas dinner. There we go. But again, from a learning perspective, it might be a table, a diagram, some key points to look at, or in this case, a fancy Christmas dinner going into there. Once you've saved your cards, it will take you back to your main exam section here. This will just show you a little bit of the kind of variety of things that you could add into Learnable. I've got environmental science here with all my kind of different key terminology and my study notes. And again, lots of images. Moving into history, human anatomy, and then we've even got, like I said, the pre-made cards that we've added in for GCSE with English language, geography, chemistry. These ones are already in there for you to add. You can literally add them straight in from the button at the top here where you can access sample resources aligned to your curriculum, which is good. So yeah, it's an important part of Learnable is to interact with it regularly. I think that's always useful with any assistive technology, is to kind of go in and make that part of your kind of learning habits. Once we press home, once that feeding bit is done, a study session can be launched very, very quickly because you can just choose your exam. So if I go to my food technology exam, and then you can tell it how you'd like to focus as well. Interesting thing about Learnable is it will tailor the sessions to how you want to, what you want to work on that day. All of the study methods are here to go through. And as I said, we're always kind of creating these in the background, but just to show you kind of quickly what's on offer. You've got flashcards, you can create a mnemonic, you can use AI to help with that as well, because sometimes it's hard to think of a term for every single letter. Read, recover, retell, check, concentration, record audio and listen back, read a minute, bullet a minute. There's quite a variety of different exercises. Funneling is one I quite enjoy. Help people be more concise, where you start off with a large amount of text and then you've got to write a summary in a smaller box and then a smaller box again. Sometimes we talk about people struggling with the amount of words to write, but a lot of people actually go the other way and they write too many words, and they need to kind of improve on that skill. We've got proven note-taking techniques like Cornell notes, fill in the blanks, and even to keep it down with the kids, you can create a meme in there as well. But what's great about the focus area is you can tell Learnable, what you want to work on for that day. Maybe I want to work on active recall, trying to remember all this new language I've been learning on my course, or in this case, hotspot Christmas dinner. So I'm going to have a go at the concentration game with this one. And then you launch. What's also been great as well is the Pro AT Group YouTube page now has playlists for both Pro Study and Learnable of how-to videos of how to use these different study methods as well. But even built into the software, it does have clear instructions of how they work. So you can press I, it'll tell you how this particular study method works. You can have that read out loud. If you don't like reading, you can listen to it too. And another thing that I get a lot of feedback on is just getting that why doing this is going to help me. I think a lot of sometimes students ask, why? What's the point in doing this? Well, this is a great memory challenge. It's helping us stay engaged. This one's quite a visual learning task because we're trying to match our key terms and definitions. And hopefully that's going to do things like reduce stress as well. So, this one's a great one for kind of bringing back those key terms and definitions. You can even time yourself. I enjoy this game. Would I say I'm good at it? Maybe not, but sometimes I forget where they all are. But you literally flip them over. Brussels sprouts, right? The green things on the plate that I don't like eating. Let's have a look at that definition there. A small pastry-filled mixture of dried fruit spices traditionally consumed in the festive season. That sounds like a mince pie. We haven't found the mince pie yet. A tart, sweet condiment made from cranberries. Now that sounds like cranberry sauce. I think that one's over there. So, again, it's getting you to think about your key terms and definitions, and then you've got that gamification, trying to remember where it is. Stuffing, or it's going to be a bit of sage and onion. What do we got here? Small leafy green vegetables commonly steamed. Now, that was the Brussels sprouts. Now, were any of you pair watching? Was it the first one on the right, or was it one on the left? Jonathan's saying one on the left. He's got a nodding. No! Oh, it must have been on the one on the right. So there we go.
I didn't say that.
A large bird roasted and served at the centerpiece. That sounds like turkey. We've not seen where it is yet. See, I told you I'm not doing very well at this today. There we go. There's turkey. There it's there. But I think getting them wrong, like a lot of times, makes you think I know what the answer is. I've just got to find it. And I know I use this for remembering the water cycle, which I did in geography many, must be 18 years ago. And I've done the example so many times that I've just learned them all off by heart. And it was great kind of coming to that realization of using this, that, this technique does work for trying to get those terminology stuck in your mind. And that must be our last one here for our stuffing. And there we go. That is just a quick example of one of the many study methods that we do have in Learnable. And you can change it up to a different topic card. You can even move to a different exam, or you can just jump straight back and go and play something completely different. The exercises are kind of short and sharp, but they're easy to access. And I think a big thing about this program is it's there to increase engagement. with your study material, which you might not otherwise do if you, stick to a lot of the kind of traditional ways of revising, which is just kind of rereading things and then rewriting notes. And those are kind of tasks that are very hard to stay on track with. But if you've got an element of gamification, then I think that's going to increase your engagement and your study sessions will be longer. And hopefully you're going to process everything that you've been learning as well. And I think the other thing that Learnable does as well, which I think is very handy, is it builds your confidence in your subject knowledge. So you actually feel like you're going to be prepared for when, if you are using it to study for an exam, when that's going to take place. Because again, we talked about, I think Jonathan mentioned it before, exams aren't to everybody's skill set, but they unfortunately kind of get used as a way of assessing our knowledge. It's the kind of easy way of, okay, we can stick a bunch of people in a room that's kind of enclosed with no access to anything else, and we can ask them some questions for them to refer on their knowledge. That's quite a stressful environment, but and not to everybody's skill set. So sometimes people need to do a lot more preparing so they really are in the best frame of mind. The study and well-being and tips areas built into Learnable to kind of help with that. So there's things about managing stress, staying active, but then getting ready for when that's going to happen. So then you do succeed in your exam as well. So yeah, I always think with Learnable, you want to build confidence and increase engagement. And if you can do both of those or one of those, you're going to be on the right track to success. There we go. That was just a little snippet of one of the exercises. As I said, there's many to choose from, and you can always come to me to see a full demo of that at any point. That's what I'm here for.
As I was watching you sort of showcase, then Sam, I was trying to work out what I'd need to work on most, and whether it was the focus and attention or the speed and efficiency. That would definitely be my two flaws when it comes to doing exams these days. No, I think I'd be terrible. I think we touched on AI a minute ago as well, and I think that's again a really strong point when it comes to exam or exams within education at the moment, because there was over the last 15 years more of a move towards coursework, because it took away that exam stress, it gave the reasonable adjustments that people needed. But with the advent of AI and the concerns over AI doing people's coursework for them, there's a lot of reports at the moment of that push back to exam situations, so that you are then testing sort of within a controlled environment. So I think exam skills and preparation and that revision is becoming more sort of relevant now rather than less, isn't it?
Definitely. No, definitely find there's more exams on the horizon for everybody.
Yeah. In terms of Rosie, the mock exams are a big thing for me. Yeah, instant feedback and marking. And for me, that was the thing that I remember that I sort of fluffed completely, was exam technique. I just walked in there and thought I could just write stuff down, and having the ability to do mock exams, I think is hugely beneficial. I wish I'd done more of that. I'd have probably done a lot better. But
yeah, especially in Learnable, because you get the feedback from it is great. It shows you how much time you utilized. I think people often forget about the concept of time. You don't, being able to go through all your questions in the time that's been allowed. If you've got spare time, then you can jump back and see and just double check everything before you're finished. It also kind of tells you when you can get your questions wrong, obviously what the answers are, but what topic that was from, which is really great, because Learnable is made from topic cards. I only created one for that little example today, but that's the topic cards is the big thing where you'll come in each week and feed Learnable what you've been learning, and at least if you can see you've got a couple wrong from the same topic, then maybe that topic card needs to be expanded, or maybe you just need to do more sessions where it's extracting from that topic card as well.
Yeah.
Well, it was interesting what you just said, Anthony, about the what focus mode would best suit you. What I tend to find is people change their mind on a daily basis. So it's also just kind of what mood you're in that day, or just jump between the different ones. And then just kind of expanding what you're saying about preparing for exams. You could be preparing for an interview, a big work presentation. It could be anything where you need to have good knowledge. You can put it into the topic cards and pick the appropriate study method to help with that.
It's true. I'm just
Yeah.
literally, I want to get a sort of straw poll of our attendees today, and I'm just literally doing a quick
In a quick
question.
poll there, are you?
I know, I get a bit carried away.
I was going to say on the fly, technical stuff on the fly. I think the thing for me is going back to many, many, many years ago with exams. Was actually obviously the different way that people do revise as well, in terms of, whether that's making notes, whether that's rewriting stuff, whether that's doing it visually. I think being able to have options for everybody is what it's about as well. And not just saying like exams, but also, learning those notes from that day or putting stuff, so again, giving people different options and stuff and being able to do that in lots of different ways and to learn at the same point, put your information in there, do the test and learn at the same time.
It's a fascinating result on the poll at the moment in terms of the split between yes and no and the comfort of doing an exam. We're pretty close to 50-50, but there's still, pretty much bang on 50-50 at the moment, which I find amazing. I mean, the thought of doing an exam at the moment would terrify me. Norma, but prefers exams to assessed work. There we go. We're exactly 50-50.
I'm the same as you, Norma. It's I think you prep for your exam, and you go and do it, and once it's done, it's done. There's no, that's what I quite liked about an exam. As soon as you walk out, it's over and done with, and you walk to the bar or wherever you do it. That's what I quite liked exams. Apart from when people used to put the hand up asking for more paper. And you're only on like the second page.
It's that point of going, well, hang on, why are they writing more than I've written? What's wrong with what I've just put down?
Yeah. Or you're thinking is the answer blue or green, and everyone else has put 15. It's like can be worrying, can't it? Discussing them afterwards, but yeah.
Yeah, so I can remember doing a couple of exams that went really, really badly, and I knew this was a 3-hour exam, and I'd written everything I could write in about 90 minutes, and it was right. How can I walk out of here looking confident, not completely ashamed and feeling awful about this exam? And head down, get out. Susie, the adrenaline of the exam helps. Coursework, I tend to procrastinate. There's very much of that, yeah. But that was in my youth, as Anna said. Who knows now? Yeah, I think. I'm definitely feeling the mush as I get older. But Steve question. It's going up the page. Does the AI feature give subject relevant responses? I've seen a few that just give general, most common AI answers, not totally relevant to the specific subject.
Yeah. So it's all based on the topic card. So if the title of the exam and the title of the topic card. So the more information you can put in the title, the better the response. But it's pretty good. The prompts we've built are pretty robust.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing as well. We test AI a lot, and the word is hallucinate. It hallucinates. If it doesn't know the answer, it just wants to please, so it'll just make something up. So you've got to have good prompts. So we're ensure ours does not do that. But I have seen other programs that will just make things up.
Yeah. No, good question, Steve. Thank you for sharing that one. Awesome. Good stuff. Any questions on Learnable or exams? Susie Kelly, I use flashcards to help with the show me, tell me. And your driving test, answer them correctly. Good work. Yeah, I think as we mentioned further up the chat, there are so many revision techniques that I was completely unaware of when I was studying. And I think the fact that it brings them all together and sort of enables you to find the one that works for you. Hannah Gibson, does it work with all screen readers?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the short answer, yeah.
Yep.
We rigorously test it all the time for everything. So if anyone ever does spot anything, do just let us know and we'll jump on it straight away. But yeah, no, we're keen for it to work with all other ATs. I saw Sam's demonstration, Grammarly was up and running, and you mentioned Dragon will work with it, and screen readers and everything else. So yeah, no, it's important for cross compatibility. Yeah, but it's also worth mentioning, if you prefer coursework, use Pro Study. We're not, so we've got a program for each. So yeah, whatever you're picking, yeah.
I think that's a great point because again with that poll, it was very 50-50 with
Mm.
exams and coursework, and if I could have voted, it didn't let me. I'd have gone yes, I prefer doing exams because coursework is so daunting when I've got told I've got to write 5,000 words, like, and then where do I begin? But it is great to be the product specialist for Pro Study as well because that's a program where I can break it down into management categories and find things very easily in just one click save, and then it's gone into the section it needs to go into. And I think that kind of snowballing approach of I am actually getting things in the places I needed to be. I wish well, I say I wish, and I hear everybody always say it when I show people, it's like, I wish I had that when I was at university to write up with the essays as well, because it starts as something and then something will actually kind of become so much more clearer as you start putting the work in when you use something like Pro Study as well.
Yeah, no, two incredibly valuable tools. Yeah, whether it's coursework or exams. So yes, do join Sam's sessions to learn a bit more on those if you want a deeper dive. What's next for Pro AT Group then, Jonathan? Anything sort of in the calendar for 2026? Is it more refinement and improvement?
Yeah, I think it's all about user experience for us at the moment. So we're kind of putting it through a user experience review. We do that internally, but we're also using a third party for that. So it's good to get another set of eyes on things and make sure everything's nice and modern, working the way we want. The mock exams update, we'll keep improving that. Study methods for young learners. The biggest thing is probably the loan license management system. It's now all under one system. So what that basically is a university HI or workplace or wherever can buy a bank of 25, 50, 100 licenses, whatever they need, but they can give them out to whoever needs them for 3 months, and then they can reset it and then give the same license to somebody else. So those licenses, if you've got 100, could be used by 500 different people. It's a really good thing, especially budget constraints and things like that. And you can you get an admin login, so you can manage that all yourself. And it's a lot more detail in there, but yeah, it's a really good system. So that got finished just literally a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, we're really pleased to kind of launch that.
We're seeing a lot of very effective use around sort of pre-DSA students or apprenticeships or sort of even students who aren't applicable for DSA and they're having other things put into place before their funding comes through. And yeah, like I say, sort of the workplace applications as well. If somebody's got some sort of study or exam coming up and need a refresher on study skills is a big thing because yeah, we all sort of forget those as time goes on. So yeah, incredibly useful system. Awesome, good. Got a couple of things we need to do. So Jonathan, there's one thing I do want to ask you about before you disappear because I know you're also supporting a local football team in your area, aren't you?
Yes, we've just sponsored Bradford City Girls. Well, the background to that was my niece, not niece, goddaughter has just got into Bradford City. So they're looking for sponsors. And I thought, what a brilliant thing, girls getting into football. So yeah, support that all the way, really. So yeah, we're sponsoring them. It's a bit of a step up from the local club that I sponsor. So, it's nice. So yeah, really pleased with that. Yeah, that opportunity.
Very good, very good. Nice to give back. Good stuff. Good. Right. In which case, I'm just going to launch today's poll, assuming it'll launch. No, it won't launch now. Maybe I broke it by running the other poll earlier.
You broke it. Yeah, you put one in there and you broke it.
Yeah, no, I think I have actually. For some reason, I can't run today's poll now. But yeah, it won't launch. Allow panelists to vote. No, it won't let me launch today. Poll results is being shared in this meeting. Right. Talk amongst yourselves 1 second. No, thank you for joining us. Really kind. Well, in which case, I hope your number doesn't come up in the prize draw today. So just in terms of today's prize draw, Matt, do you remember what we've got today?
Oh, he's on mute.
I only muted myself for fear of coughing and sniveling over everybody. I have the map. Oh, the poll's up now.
I might as well get that sorted. Yep.
We'll let the poll go first while I just
Yeah.
snivel a bit.
I do know, actually, if you need to look it up.
You do know, do you?
It is
I know as well now.
it's the heat pad and back massager.
Certainly is.
Look quite nice, I have to
That
say.
sounds like the perfect tool for Christmas. I think maybe it might be a nice massage after the Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle Farmer can't answer that as Christmas doesn't exist in my house thanks to Dad. Sounds like there's a story there. But is your dad anti-Christmas? Interesting. Well, share with us if you will, Michelle, but intrigued to know.
Oh, I can't vote on this, can I?
No, you can't vote on this. What would you go for, Matt? Your
I go
recommendation?
after. It's always after Christmas dinner. It's always the latter part of the day. Otherwise, it just sort of that's it. Day's done, isn't it?
Yeah. No, fair play. Sam?
I think it kind of moves up between first thing in the morning or after breakfast. I think these days we're a bit more after breakfast. I'm more pleased about having pigs in blankets for breakfast than I am like opening my presents. I think Christmas Day morning sometimes.
Pigs in blankets for breakfast. That's brilliant.
Oh, pigs and blanket baguettes. Yeah, quite like that. We've done that a few times.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah,
Just point
Michelle.
out to everybody. Sorry, I'll go carry on.
No, no, no. I was only going to say, yeah. Michelle, just sharing in the chat there, but yeah, thank you for sharing, Michelle, and obviously, yeah, incredibly sad. So, yeah, and it's a tough time. We appreciate it's not always the best time for a lot of people. So, yeah, thoughts with him on that one. Jonathan, what do your kids do? They rip them open first thing. They don't
Oh
before you
yeah,
are.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're straight dive bombing, yeah, under the Christmas tree.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. I'd like to have a cup of tea before it all begins, but no, it quickly begins, and yeah, and then I get the screwdrivers out and start building everything generally. So yeah,
Batteries. Make sure you bought
I was
lots of
going to say,
batteries. I would imagine.
I think that's where the heat pad and massage gun will be very useful as well. I reckon there's a lot of injuries making Christmas presents up in the morning, isn't there?
yep, yep, definitely. I'm just going to share the poll there. Not many people wait till after Christmas dinner. It has to be said, just one person. So, yeah, difficult one. Whenever the family gathers, interesting. I sort of split ours these days. We have some sort of as soon as the kids wake up, and some after breakfast. But yeah, not waiting any longer than that. Right, happy days. Okay, so the just to mention, tomorrow we will have Chris and Michelle from Skillbridge joining us to look at supporting apprentices through their courses and the work that's been done on that side of things by the guys at Skillbridge. So please join us for that one tomorrow. We have Mike Adams from Purple Tuesday joining us on Wednesday. And then myself and Matt get a day off on Thursday. Actually, Matt gets tomorrow off as well. But I will be handing over the reins to the team. So it's team takeover day on Thursday when we'll be using iView to look back over the 12 ATs and all of the fantastic AT that you've seen, as well as looking at some, well, I think a very exciting announcement on that side of things as well. So it'll be interesting to sort of see what's going on there. So please join us for the rest of the week. In the meantime, Jonathan, we need to turn to you to ask for a random number between 1 and 89, please.
go 12 because that's my birthday.
Nice.
12.
Who we got, Matt?
12. 12 is Susie Kelly.
Susie Kelly. Susie, are you there? Michelle feels 89. Susie, oh, she's in. Yep. There you go, Susie. No, thank you. Hannah will be in touch to get your address and we'll get that out to you. Well done, Susie. Congratulations. Hopefully that will sort of keep your back in good condition rather than repairing a bad one. But that's great news. Awesome. In which case, thank you, Jonathan. Really enjoyed your company today, as always, and thank you for sort of sharing your Christmas experiences with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks everyone for joining. And yeah, just saw Steve's got to put up a dartboard on Christmas Day, so good luck to him. But no, thank you. No, great to be here, and yeah, I hope everyone has a great Christmas.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonathan. Right, Matt, Sam, thank you very much for your company. Thanks to everybody who's joined us today. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you at 12 o'clock tomorrow, guys. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers, Jonathan.
Disappearing, Rosie's gone, Anna Fleming, bye. Cheers all. Bye bye
Everybody
Steve.
laugh.
Bye bye Hannah. Bye bye Mary. Yeah.
Oh, very quick